Hello, 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 and welcome to my next reaction to Good Omens. So, I loved the first episode of this season. It is so great to have Aziraphale and Crawley back in my life. And I'm really intrigued by all this Gabriel stuff, and I don't even know what's going on with that, but I'm very excited to find out. So without further ado, let's get into it.
You should know why you're about to die. God has abandoned you.
Oh.
Has given you up to be destroyed. Bad luck.
Oh no. Oh no.
Stay your hand, demon! Despising tool of Satan! In the name of Almighty God, avaunt! In the name of the Almighty, I command thee, begone!
No. See, I have a permit. A permit? From whom? From God.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
May destroy everything Job owns, no questions asked. Hugs and kisses gone.
Ah! Not the goats!
Can't be real. Tell you what, let's find out.
Oh man.
Hand and hoof. Amen. Yep. That's all fine.
Good heavens. The bed.
Yep. You see, God was saying how righteous Job was and how much Job loved God, and Satan pointed out
Sorry, it's just Satan.
just his farm, his camels, his goat, his oxen, his children, his geese.
His what? His children? Oh.
Trust in God's plan, Aziraphale, always.
Of course.
Always.
So, we're not bringing the old ones back.
Well, of course not. But we're giving them new ones. We are the good guys. Okay, we're not killing anyone. What we are doing is simply not stopping hell. What they do is up to them.
Oh.
Perhaps you could make a noise when you move around.
Yes.
After K is...
Kind of love the fit.
Look,
No, I was shelving the books by the first letter of the first sentence.
But no one would
The first letter of the first sentence.
Every day is getting closer. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. That goes under I.
It's a great system.
I've spoken with Beelzebub, and we believe Aziraphale has something to do with it.
Sounds unlikely.
You'll be disliked by heaven, hunted and eliminated by hell.
Love like that will surely come my way.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I'm certainly not crying over her.
No. Right now, I'm a bit out of miracles.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got it. They say every record they play eventually just turns into that song, which is mad, but they're Scottish, so...
Okay. A clue.
We are looking...
Greetings! I'm Jim. It's short for James, but I don't need to keep telling everyone that. I'm an assistant bookseller.
Gabriel. Something that powerful must have been important.
These little bendy ones make a neato fan.
It was...
Oh, it's a Terry Project book.
I did a big miracle. To make it so that she and Nina fell in love.
The miracle was nothing to do with Gabriel's disappearance then.
Nope.
Gabriel?
You said back then that you'd be delighted to host one of our monthly get-togethers.
I did.
Thursday night after closing.
See, this is why I don't go to the pub. Our Gabriel miracle last night set off alarms in heaven. They suspect something. And so I told them I made Nina and Maggie fall in love. We fix it. Nina and Maggie fall in love. Heaven's suspicions are allayed.
Oh my goodness.
Like a cotillion balls. People would gather and do some formal dancing, and then realize they had misunderstood each other. Whatever you found out, don't call it a clue. But it is a clue, or at least take it as a capital letter. Gabriel was singing this morning a song, and there is an actual mystery associated with that song, and that is the clue. Yeah.
I literally said it was a clue.
I remember when the morning stars sang together and all the angels of God shouted for joy. I can't remember those things. My head isn't big enough, not anymore.
Yes, I see. I'm sorry, Jim.
Okay.
God has forsaken me and delivered me to demons.
Oh.
Oh, you must be furious.
I burn with fury.
I thought you could do with someone to check up on the kids.
God wouldn't. They're innocent.
So were the goats.
Oh, the goats.
Last time we met, you seemed pretty confident I couldn't destroy Job's goats.
Yes, I was wrong. But you don't have to. That's
Oh.
the point. Surely the great thing about being a demon is you can do whatever you want.
You sound jealous, Angel.
Certainly not. I get to do what God wants.
Like killing innocent children to...
He's a little jealous.
I want to. I long to destroy the blameless children of blameless Job.
Ah! Oh, there's so many goats!
What is it?
The angels ahead, just not our usual ones.
Oh, I saw his
And
name in
they
the
haven't brought the wine.
intro.
To destroy you! Tonight!
Don't be silly. You wouldn't dare.
Oh!
The Job, literally God's favorite human.
Because I know who you are.
Ready?
You said you wouldn't. I'm a demon. I lied.
Oh my goodness!
You're perfectly safe. Are you sure, Angel? Yes. Quite sure.
Will someone please tell me?
Oh boy.
Can I be a blue one?
It's all right. You haven't annoyed me yet.
But can I be?
Oh, sure.
Are you trying to tempt me?
Not at all. Angels can't be tempted, can you?
Oh my goodness.
I see. Whose side are you on?
My side.
Yep.
Well, that sounds... what? Lonely.
Oh.
Lonely? No, not lonely. That's just how it started for me. See you in hell.
God's very proud of the whale. Went into some detail about how great whales are. If you want answers, come back when you can make a whale.
And the children?
Oh.
Virtuous Job, you have passed God's test. Prepare for your reward. Your 3 children are completely dead. God now grants that you may conceive 7 more children.
Our children are dead?
If you were an expert on human births, then this is your lucky day! Shoemaking and obstetrics. Those have always been the twin passions of Bildad the Shuhite. What seems to be the trouble? Oh,
I
well.
love this.
Need to be on my toes under the eyes of an expert. Now, good lady,
This is
simply turn to your husband. And to complete the process, a simple embrace.
Love that. It's sweet.
They're not.
Job, look. It's not Anna, it's...
Get with the program.
No, you're right.
There we go.
Enon.
Yes, it bloody is.
They are his new children.
Oh.
You have my word as an angel.
Oh goodness.
Say so.
It started.
You really used to be awful. I mean, so awful.
Am I awful now?
I don't know. Hope not.
I hope not too. For Aziraphale's sake.
Do you need a lift somewhere?
No, thank you. I was trying to tell you about this. My clue, the resurrectionist part, has a jukebox. I thought I might pop up there myself and investigate. Actually, I rather thought I might take the car.
What car?
We don't have a car. Of course we do. Isn't she a beauty?
This Bentley isn't my car.
I have a license. Yes, I passed my driving test 90 years ago.
Look at you!
And while I'm gone, you can look after the bookshop. And Gabriel. Yes?
It was the day my grandmother exploded.
I'm ready to go. Go where? To hell.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I don't think you'd like it.
True.
But you have to. I lied. To thwart the will of God. I'm not going to tell anybody. You?
Oh my goodness!
You're just an angel that goes along with heaven as far as it can.
That sounds... No.
Oh!
But you said it wasn't. I'm doing. I lied.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I really do love that. What I was sort of referring to a lot within the last reaction, we kind of saw maybe the start of in this reaction, how difficult it is for Aziraphale to sort of deal with him maybe not following the rules, or maybe not doing what he has ingrained into his brain of, you know, I guess, I don't want to keep saying rules, but just what he believes should be done, because his entire existence is based on the fact that he has faith in God's plan, you know, all of that, right? And we fully see him question it in the beginning of this. And in the last episode, we see sort of kind of right off the bat, Crawley questioning things, you know, and it might have been a little bit easier for Crawley to do. Aziraphale obviously questioning, why does Job have to be tested? What is going on here? Like, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't seem like the good thing to do. Am I good? You know, and what really is the good thing to do? Sometimes, you know, I assume murdering Job's children is a pretty stark example of maybe not the best thing to do, right? But a lot of times when there's certain things that you don't really know, there's no right answer, there's no whatever. But for him to sort of see, you know, he has it in his brain. They are the good. They are angels. They are subjects of everything good, so to speak. And we're okay with a test in faith, so that's going to cause so much pain. And can that be good? And I really like that he questioned it, and it was Crawley who sort of, he didn't just show him that you can possibly make your own path, be in your own, on your own, make your own decisions, and maybe not everything you're told is the right thing to do, but he finds his own loopholes. He didn't kill the goats, you know, he finds his own ways to sort of get around these things. It's showing Aziraphale that there is another way, as long as it's probably going to take Aziraphale to fully understand that, and I would say it really took him probably into, the first season of Good Omens and everything that happened there for him to really accept the fact that he is on his own team, which eventually becomes their team. But I really, really like that we sort of saw the beginnings of all of that. And we saw, and quite a family affair for David Tennant, acting-wise. I thought that was kind of fun. But I really love that this episode sort of focused on that specifically. And, we still have a mystery of what's going on with Gabriel, which I find to be kind of interesting. I'm going to say something that's probably really stupid. It might be stupid, but I'm just going to say it because the thought crossed my mind. All right? I'm just going to say it. There is a possibility. I feel like there is I don't know what is going on with Gabriel. All right? I would assume Aziraphale and Crowley, they kind of know what they're doing, and they know what might set off an alarm, so to speak. And I'm wondering if something else happened in that moment. I don't know what, but that might not necessarily have been what set off the alarm. It could be. It very well could be. And that's why it is probably might be kind of stupid. But the thought crossed my mind that, like, was it something else, though? Coming from the bookshop? Something else going on? That maybe they didn't notice? I don't know. Gabriel's sitting right there. And we don't know what's going on there. We don't. I don't know. That was probably a really stupid thing to say. And we can just forget it. Okay? We can just forget that I said it. But I felt the need. You know what I mean? I'm very interested to see what is happening between Nina and Maggie and how that's going to come into the full picture of this story and everything like that. But I'm ready to wait. I was kind of excited to see Aziraphale and Crowley try to play matchmaker, and we might still see that. And the thing is that, like, it may work, it may not. You can't really force people to fall in love, or maybe they can. I don't know. I guess they could probably perform some miracle to change each other's feelings, but I think they were trying to work on external factors that would kind of force them into a situation where they realize they have feelings for each other and everything like that. And I am quite curious if that is going to come into play, or if they're going to do that. I think it would be quite hilarious to see, regardless of the result, right? And I guess oh my goodness, there was a lot, especially within that last scene where Aziraphale thinks he's going to hell, thinks he's a demon now because he, lied. And it's where he kind of, I think, really interestingly, they sort of realize that they might be more similar, personality-wise. They may not be the most similar people in the world, but they're kind of oddly maybe in the same boat with some regards, some things. And there's a really special moment where, yes, it does feel lonely to kind of be on your own. There's a comfort that I think Aziraphale especially felt, being part of the bigger picture. There's a comfort and stability in knowing that, you're doing the right thing and you don't even have to question it. It's that, I don't know how to say it other than comfortable. But sometimes I feel like, I'm going with this being kind of a big metaphor in life or whatever, but I feel like sometimes, things that we feel or that we reach for, that we think are going to give us comfort, is what we've made them up to be in our head. This sounds so like vague or whatever, but like sometimes that thing that gives you comfort is not necessarily all you thought it to be. You know, maybe you've put whatever, and I'm kind of using his faith in God's plan as kind of a metaphor of whatever we sort of seek throughout our lives externally. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's success in a job, maybe, you know, whatever, that we sort of like cling to, and we think that's my comfortable place and I have faith in this thing or whatever. And what if that's not all it's cracked up to be? What if where we find that stability, not what we thought it was in the first place? That has comforted us so much. You're starting to realize it, you feel alone. You feel maybe anxious, you feel scared, you feel fearful. I don't have this comfort and stability in my faith or in what I have chosen to put my faith in. And I'm not talking about necessarily religion, but literally anything that we have put faith in is kind of lonely. And that's when you really have to go into this. I swear, I know I sound ridiculous. I know I sound ridiculous right now, but this is what I felt or what I thought of when I was watching that scene. This is Aziraphale's kind of maybe realization moment, and it's going to take more, it's going to take a lot, but it's kind of this moment where you have to find goodness or what you think is right within yourself, within your own judgment, within what you think you should be doing in your life. And when you do that, when you start putting that as your priority, then that's when you can actually find comfort in something that is true and genuine, which I believe is kind of this relationship with Crowley. Which, you know, I think comes more into fruition well down the line. But in that scene, that's how I felt. That this was kind of a little bit of a wake-up call. A little bit of this whole thing with Job is like, oh, that doesn't make sense to me. You know, it doesn't make sense. Why are we, you know, punishing someone just to test their faith or whatever? So then it is something that felt so warm and comforting to him sort of wasn't that anymore. And what is he forced to do? Look within. Look. I sound like, I don't know what I sound like right now, but that's what I felt in that scene. And there's something that's really interesting because I think Crowley went through that process maybe a lot earlier, in my opinion. Anyway. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But that's how I felt. So I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it with you guys. All right. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.